Your team now. We are going into Q4 of one of the most amazing years we have had in my lifetime. It's time to crush your goals. It is time for your team to be completely, totally high impact. And welcome back to Tea with Honey. Sweeten your work and your life with energy. We balance your energy here, and that's what we talk about on Tuesday afternoons, live here on Facebook and live on YouTube. Welcome. Subscribe so that you know when we're going to be here. You want to know when we're live so that you can ask questions, post comments, and we can interact and have a dialogue. That's what's fun about it. I am Lisa Lish with Lish Consulting, and in today's episode, we are talking about your team now. These are very unusual circumstances, and we've never had a time like this before. We've never had a year like 2020 that we can imagine, with the challenges that we've had, the challenges that your team has had, the challenges that your company has had, and with the technology that we have available to us now, and being able to leverage that and put it all together for what is our current experience. So that's what I'm talking about today, and I'd love your thoughts and your input and your questions. Your team now. You need results. We have one more quarter to go, and you need impact. You need your team to be focused and productive. Are they? Are they focused and productive? Let me know in the chat box. Give me let me know in the comments there. We are live in the Hive, and I like to think about being in a hive because it's a safe place where everybody works together and collaborates and knows their role, and there's some amazing creativity and engineering going on. So you need a high impact team. I like the phrase high achieving team, high performance team, but really what we need is impact. We want to make sure that what we are doing has an impact for our organization, maybe for our community, for the employees at our company. So stay until the end because I've got lots of information for you, and I'll reveal how you can keep yourself focused and productive too. So it's not just about your team, it's about you too. Let's give a big shout out. Let me know if you're out there. Who's out there? What are you in Houston? Where are you? Are you in an office? Are you in a home office? Let me know where you are. Put it in the chat box. Give me a thumbs up if you're having a good day. Give me a thumbs down if you're not having a great day. Let me know where you are, what city you're in, what state, if you're in a work office, a home office, and how you're doing. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me hear how you're doing. Thank you in advance for that. So, and any comments or questions that you have about your team or your work. In your experience, also, what undermines team impact, which ultimately is about team effectiveness? When you look back on the teams you've worked with, what undermines success? And put it in the chat box. I'd love to know your thoughts and whether or not you're seeing something different than what I'm seeing, or if we're seeing the same things. So let me know. I help executives and teams in manufacturing and technical industries primarily reach goals that have never been reached before. So I help teams and leaders achieve things that have never been achieved before. And now we're all doing that because we've never achieved what we need to achieve under these circumstances. People are working remotely. People are meeting remotely and virtually. So everyone is dealing with new challenges, new circumstances. And in addition to that, Our resources are changing, our environments are changing, and our goals are changing. So every day we're dealing with change, and we are working in environments and with conditions and situations and goals that we have never worked in before. Those situations require innovation, creativity, and collaboration like we've never had before. And that's where I can come in and help your team. Just take it to the next level and leverage some efficiency and some impact that we haven't seen before. Here's the one secret I'm going to share with you today. And I have two more, and I'll be doing those in future posts. The secret is the most effective way to have unencumbered and unlimited success with your team is to do one thing that does not require you to take another course. And it is to start with making a powerful decision to not tolerate toxicity in your team, to not tolerate toxic behaviors and toxicity in your team. I'm going to talk about this more in a moment and what exactly that means and break it down a little bit. But what I want to tell you next is going to, it blew my mind when I first heard about it. And when I first learned about this, I just couldn't believe it. Approximately 1 in 5 talented, highly rated women and minorities in professional and middle management roles voluntarily leave their companies due to hostile work environments. So that means that 1 in 5, close to 20%, because the number is actually about, it, depending on the reports that you look at, it's 17, 18% of women and minorities who are highly valued by their companies and get positive performance reviews voluntarily leave their companies and report, not at exit interviews, but 6 months later under third-party research, that they left because of hostile work environments. And that is a leading edge indicator. If we have 20% or 18% of people who will leave, there are other people that will not leave either because of circumstances or comfort with the status quo, so they won't leave. But that doesn't mean they're not experiencing a hostile work environment and that they're not experiencing toxicity. So toxicity is a problem in our corporate environments. I've experienced it myself. I'm curious if you're listening to this, please put in the comments if you're open to it, if you've seen it, if you've experienced it yourself. So it is the voluntary attrition is a leading indicator. What does this mean for your company? What does it mean for your team? It means, first and foremost, millions of dollars lost and possibly even billions in recruiting, replacement, loss of retention, relationships, internal and external relationships, loss of teaming, loss of success. And when we think about not just the person who left, but the people who stay and are working and trying to be creative, collaborative, and productive and have a high impact in spite of hostility and elements of a toxic work environment. Think about if we could eliminate that, how we could have even more impact and accelerate the success of our team. So seeing that as a leading indicator, imagine what if it wasn't there at all. We not only would not have people leaving, but think about how we would boost the level of creativity, collaboration, innovation, all of that, and how powerful that would be. What can we do as a leader? You're a team leader, you're an executive, you're someone who's a leader in your company. First of all, make that decision that you will look for it and you will not tolerate, and refresh that decision every day. When I make decisions, I write them down and I review my powerful decisions, my commitments in the morning as soon as I get up. so that I'm rewiring my brain to be automatically looking for and attending to those commitments that I've made for that day. So write it down and review it. Share your decision with others. That's another very powerful activity. Share it with your peers, share it with your team. Say, I don't want a hostile environment. I don't want toxicity in our environment. So that means that we will not put up with passive aggressive behaviors, criticisms without constructive feedback and support. We won't put up with cliques. We won't put up with people withholding valuable information. And instead, we will be a constructive, positive, supportive team where everyone has the opportunity to be a contributing member and will be valued. And then commit and recommit over time to that powerful decision and that commitment to your team. I'm interested if you have any comments or questions about the concept of making that commitment to a non-toxic, open, supportive, creative, and collaborative work environment. What are your thoughts about it? I'd love to see your comments in the chat. Please give me any thumbs up, or I like it, or great ideas. Yes, we need more of this. I do have 2 more secrets I'd love to share with you about getting the very most impact out of your team and supporting your goals, achieving your goals between now and the end of the year. And I want you to subscribe so that you know when we're going live in the Hive over the next few weeks, because I'll be sharing those 2 more secrets with you. There's a lot more information on productive work environments in my book, FE, Feminine Emergence, which is available on Amazon.com. And people have told me that you do need to put in the FE space Feminine Emergence in on Amazon.com for the book to come up. But I do have a section in there on creating non-toxic, non-hostile work environments in large companies. So I encourage you to check that out. And I'd love to see your comments. This will be posting in a couple of hours on Facebook and on my YouTube channel. And so if you haven't had a chance to make some comments or ask some questions, I'll be looking for those comments and questions on those sites over the next couple of days. So feel free as you process the information to share there. And so this is Lisa Lish at Lish Consulting. Love and light to you all. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for spending this time with me this afternoon. Please subscribe, like, and share so that everyone can benefit from the information and we can have a broader conversation going forward. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an absolutely fabulous day. Thank you.